and Rada helps you do it. The key is Rada investment rights. Let's call it a REAR. Each REAR equals one right to invest $100 in one of our partner blockchain projects at the private sale rounds. All you need to do is to contribute to Rada by working with us to earn REAR. And then you can start investing your earnings. How many times do you want to multiply your investments? It's your call. What's the deal? Thinking about the business investment cycle for projects. Retail investors, you can only invest when it was already listed on an exchange. But with the REAR, you can invest at the private stage. So what does it mean? An enormous potential return on investments. By saying return on investments, I don't mean 2 times or 10 times. Oh, just so tiny. But 100 times or 1,000 times your initial investments. Private stage investments always allows investing at the lowest cost with the highest potential returns. Before Rada, private sale were exclusive private investors and not the average retail investor. But with Rada, you now have that opportunity. It is your turn to invest in a private round with only $100. Become a Raider and invest like an angel. What can you do with $100? Buy a dress, shoes, or a good meal? What about investing? Unfortunately, $100 is useless. It's too small as an investment. No business will allow you to invest in their company as an individual with such a small amount. That's why collective investing was born, allowing retail investors to invest as little as a nickel. Collectively, investors can raise large amounts of money to invest in promising projects. With blockchain, it's even easier. We can decentralize and fractionalize anything, even investments. And Rada helps you do it. The key is Rada investment rights. Let's call it a REAR. Each REAR equals one right to invest $100 in one of our partner blockchain projects at the private sale rounds. All you need to do is to contribute to Rada by working with us to earn REAR. And then you can start investing your earnings. How many times do you want to multiply your investments? It's your call. What's the deal? Thinking about the business investment cycle for projects. Retail investors, you can only invest when it was already listed on an exchange. But with the REAR, you can invest at the private stage. So what does it mean? An enormous potential return on investments. By saying return on investments, I don't mean 2 times or 10 times. Oh, just so tiny. But 100 times or 1,000 times your initial investments. Private stage investments always allows investing at the lowest cost with the highest potential returns. Before Rada, private sale were exclusive private investors and not the average retail investor. But with Rada, you now have that opportunity. It is your turn to invest in a private round with only $100. Become a Raider and invest like an angel. What can you do with $100? Buy a dress, shoes, or a good meal? What about investing? Unfortunately, $100 is useless. It's too small as an investment. No business will allow you to invest in their company as an individual with such a small amount. That's why collective investing was born, allowing retail investors to invest as little as a nickel. Collectively, investors can raise large amounts of money to invest in promising projects. With blockchain, it's even easier. We can decentralize and fractionalize anything, even investments. And Rada helps you do it. The key is Rada investment rights. Let's call it a REAR. Each REAR equals one right to invest $100 in one of our partner blockchain projects at the private sale rounds. All you need to do is to contribute to Rada by working with us to earn REAR. And then you can start investing your earnings. How many times do you want to multiply your investments? It's your call. What's the deal? Thinking about the business investment cycle for projects. Retail investors, you can only invest when it was already listed on an exchange. But with the REAR, you can invest at the private stage. So what does it mean? An enormous potential return on investments. By saying return on investments, I don't mean 2 times or 10 times. Oh, just so tiny. But 100 times or 1,000 times your initial investments. Private stage investments always allows investing at the lowest cost with the highest potential returns. Before Rada, private sale were exclusive private investors and not the average retail investor. But with Rada, you now have that opportunity. It is your turn to invest in a private round with only $100. Become a Raider and invest like an angel. can you do with $100? Buy a dress, shoes, or a good meal? What about investing? Unfortunately, $100 is useless. It's too small as an investment. No business will allow you to invest in their company as an individual with such a small amount. That's why collective investing was born, allowing retail investors to invest as little as a nickel. Collectively, investors can raise large amounts of money to invest in promising projects. With blockchain, it's even easier. We can decentralize and fractionalize anything, even investments. And Rada helps you do it. The key is Rada investment rights. Let's call it a REAR. Each REAR equals one right to invest $100 in one of our partner blockchain projects at the private sale rounds. All you need to do is to contribute to Rada by working with us to earn REAR. And then you can start investing your earnings. How many times do you want to multiply your investments? It's your call. What's the deal? Thinking about the business investment cycle for projects. Retail investors, you can only invest when it was already listed on an exchange. But with the REAR, you can invest at the private stage. So what does it mean? An enormous potential return on investments. By saying return on investments, I don't mean 2 times or 10 times, which is so tiny, but 100 times or 1,000 times your initial investments. Private stage investments always allows investing at the lowest cost with the highest potential returns. Before Rada, private sale were exclusive private investors and not the average retail investor. But with Rada, you now have that opportunity. It is your turn to invest in a private round with only $100. Become a Raider and invest like an angel.
Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Rada Talk number 7, MetaGear, a thrilling, high-octane play-to-earn robot battle game. This is a live stream on Rada TV, the official YouTube channel of Rada, the DAO-based angel list for blockchain. With Rada, you can invest in early-stage projects with only 100 BUSD. Note, this is not financial advice, and we are not responsible for any investments that you may decide to do. Rada TV will bring you relevant and interesting talks about blockchain, GameFi, and metaverses. Want to get our latest videos? Then please subscribe and click that bell icon to receive notifications. My name's Dan F. Allman, your host for tonight's talk. We will have the rewards for the 10 best questions at the end of the show. So please go ahead and drop your questions in the chat box. It will be our pleasure to answer yours. But an important note, please provide your email together with your question so that we can contact you for the rewards of the 10 best questions. All right, and a warm welcome to the speakers from MetaGear this evening. Can you please introduce yourselves to the community, and how did you become a part of MetaGear? What inspired you to start this project? Why don't we start with Mr. Fin Chan to start things off?
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me well. So I am one of the member of the core team of the MetaGear project. We have been in the project for months, and I'm in charge of the global community. And today with me here we have also Miss Julia Dam. She is our CBO. So could you show in the screen, Miss Julia?
Hello. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. So, thank you so much, Rada team and Dan, for having the Metagear team today. And thank you, all of you guys, for attending this AMA. Yeah, so I'm Julia, the Chief Business Officer of MetaGear, and I'm really happy to share with you more about MetaGear and answer any of your questions. So I think that Dan asked me on the what is MetaGear about and what's what inspired, right? So yeah, MetaGear is the strategic product of one shop and one path. One shop is a very famous name in a traditional game. They are the leading company in mobile app with very famous game on Apple Store and Google Play. About the one part, we are the company that providing the blockchain solution for all of the company. So about the MetaGear is a NFT game, a blockchain-based game. So it is inspired by the very famous TV show that you may know, that is Robot Battle. So it will be very similar to the game show. In the MetaGear, you are the player. The player will be the inventor who creating the own machine, and they will use the machine to participate in the car fight to destroy the opponent machine and become the champion. Yeah, so there will be many more feature and game mode in MetaGear for you to play and enjoy your time. This will require many of your creativeness to design your own gear. Yeah, so that's all about the first look about the MetaGear.
Right, great. Thank you very much for that introduction, Mr. Finn and Ms. Julia. Now, one interesting fact about MetaGear is that they already have a demo version for investors to experience right from the seed round. So let's check it out. So you can see there are different vehicles that you can choose from the get-go. You can swap them out.
So there will be 4 machine parts, and you can choose by click and drag to the main area. And when you assemble, you can play not really fully assemble gear. And
Right.
yeah, and Mr. Chung will assemble the gear and come into the battle for you to see
Right.
our game in the beta test.
And so each of these items, the wheels, the weapons, the gadgets, are these each individual NFTs that players own?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. And so you can upgrade them, and we can see an example of what a battle would be like. Ms. Julia had mentioned about battle bots. They fight each other, and we eventually have a victor come out of it.
Right. So actually, the game is based mostly on the physical movement. What you need to do is just create your own game and click the set file. After that, this all automated from the system and based on the physical movement. So the
Okay.
design is made on pixel art. Yeah, yeah. I think
Hmm.
that you were very curious why we made it on pixel.
Mm.
Because they have normal game NFTs right now. They all design in 3D and that many visualize. I think that's a
Mm.
great idea, but we want
Mm.
to make it different from other thing is that we want to
Sure.
develop it
Yeah.
in pixel art and
Yeah.
this is where it's not easy to design it. Actually, it's a
Mm.
double our work. But with pixel art design, we can bring our player to back to their childhood to enjoy
Mm.
their own game, like they are playing with
Mm.
the with like Contra thing or playing
Mm. Yeah.
like that. So I think it's very unique for it here.
Sure. Yeah. It's got a very classic video game look to it for me. Right. So, shall we move on to the questions for you? So, maybe we'll start with Mr. Finn. Can you tell us more about the gameplay which is developed for the game? I know we've seen a bit with it in the demo. Can you go a little bit deeper, please?
Okay, so MetaGear is set in the year 2035 when robot tournaments are very popular, and we will follow the main character Tom. He is a boy who has lost his father, but he always have a passion for robots and always want to participate in competition like his father did before. And you will become inventor to create your own machines, and then you can participate in car fights to destroy opponent machines and become champion. Like I have said before, from the four machine parts, including chassis, wheel, gadgets, and weapon, you can assemble a war machine to go to the battle. And you will have four game mode. First is quick fight, so you will play one versus one with another player, real player, not the bot. And the second play mode is campaign. You will go into a campaign in long days, and a tournament. You can fight against the other, and and will reach your higher rank to receive reward. And finally, we will soon provide the guild building, so you will play three versus three from your
Ooh.
guild with another guild. And one important thing that the size of the machine is not really matter in our game. You can win the battle even your machine index is lower, but you can win by your smartly assemble gear. So let's uh, let's enjoy the game. Not really
Mm.
you can enjoy the game without paying too much or focusing too much in
Mm.
earning.
Mm.
So that's it about the gameplay of MetaGear.
Sure, yeah. Well, and like you were saying, just because one car is ranked higher than another car doesn't mean that car is always going to win. I mean, there's different types of attacks that can happen. There are, I noticed, ranged attacks, and there are also melee attacks for in close battle. So there
Yeah,
are a bunch of different strategies that players can use to achieve success in the game.
yeah.
Miss
Also,
Julia.
it will
Oh,
be
sorry, Mr.
based
Finn. Yeah.
on yeah, it will based on the real physics in real life. So sometimes your machine index is not very high, but you can have some like turn your opponent over and like his gear cannot do everything, cannot harm to you, so you will easily defeat him without losing any health power.
Right. So you can destabilize it. You can flip over
Yeah,
the enemy vehicle, and then it cannot attack as effectively when it's on its back or whatever. Yeah. Okay, great. Ms. Julia, next question for you. What makes your project different from others with the same concept in the space? And you did talk about this a little bit in the demo video, but again, if you can elaborate on that, maybe go a little bit deeper, please.
Yeah. So thank you for your question. Yeah. So like I mentioned before, so the first thing is about the design that make it different. Is to work on the pixel art. With that we can focus on the user experience, like player experience to enjoy their game at the most feeling. So the second thing, but they're very important, that is the team behind that. So okay, you can see that the developer of MetaGear is from OneSoft. So OneSoft is one of the very the expert in designing game. They have many more than 10 year experience in developing a hyper casual game, simulation game that all get the top two or top one in Apple Store and Google Play. So the next thing is that the Unity platform that we build the MetaGear on. So with Unity platform, we can develop MetaGear not only on website but also in PC, Android, and iOS device in very easy way. So this technology will have us maintain and upgrade our feature, our design very immediately and constantly without any causing any interruption to player. That's why we want to focus on the user experience. So the next thing is that we have the full team of developing game in app purchase. So you know that OneSoft is very good at in-app purchase game time. So with the in-app purchase experience, we can leverage the anti-hacking system that is will be unbeatable, and the safety of a player be ensured. So our blockchain professional from Arca Chain is one of our advisor. Will revise the system constantly to detect any faults and fix them immediately. And also we also always listening to our community and our player to get the feedback and fix the problem. So last but not least, that we are the developer team always work in full capacity to improve and renovate the game. So a little side note that MetaGear is based on the physical science and has formed a perfect mechanism to integrate with in physical impact factors scientifically, like what you have seen on the gameplay. You have shown that. So variant in the game can be unlimited generate based on player skill and creativeness that will have to focus much more on the player experience and security of player. Yeah, so that's all
Right.
about the concept.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. I mean, a lot of things that you did cover in that. I've been asked before of what do investors need to look into for deciding if a project is worth investing in. And I mean, there are so many moving parts to putting together a really top flight game, such as what you've described here. But one thing that you touched on at the very beginning is talking about your legacy and your team, how you have successfully delivered multiple games already in the past and have achieved success. And I'm going to take a moment to address some kind of current news. People may be familiar with a scam that did rock the market recently. Crypto bikes was a bit of a negative thing that has affected us, and it's a little bit disappointing for me. But at the same time, if people are doing their due diligence, I went and I checked out Crypto Bikes after the fact. I looked at their white paper. There's no team. It's anonymous. You don't know who it is. So even though they may have hype around their game. Maybe they may sound good, but we need to see a track record of success to have full confidence in a game, such as what we have here in MetaGear with this team that has delivered successful games already in the past. Mr. Finn, for you, the next question. How will MetaGear tie in with the Metaverse?
Okay. I hope that everyone can join this AMA earlier, so you can see we have show in the screen our trailer, our official trailer, and in that we have our metaverse, some like in the very first step image of metaverse. So in our early stage, we consider metaverse to be our long-term goal. So but for now it is not um, it is not really a goal anymore, because we are developing it right now. So we can soon incorporate into the game. And the first step is integrating two community features, which are in-game chat and gift giving. So in the future, like in the second quarter of 2022, MetaGear will be not just a game, but it will be a social, so a society where player can interact, can play and work for other to get actual earnings, and they can even go as far as like trading land, hire workers, and many function more.
Great. Sounds like there's a promising future ahead for MetaGear and the Metaverse and the community that you're building as well with it. Ms. Julia, and again, you've touched on this, I believe, in your previous questions, but can you give us your top 3 reasons why investors should invest in your project and play your game?
Yeah, sure. So, okay, if you are the investor for the MetaGear, you need to consider not only about the team but also the gameplay itself. So, I will not mention about the team behind that because I said it before. But for the game feature, I can list out top three one. So, the first of all is that MetaGear will offer very innovative feature and allow investor or player to earn profit without spending too much time to playing. Like we have the leasing and auctioning function, so that with that feature, that you can only you can only earn you can only own your own NFT and get other player to lease and auctioning, and you can get the passive income. So okay, the next thing is that we wanted that to certain a transparent and very healthy economy in game. We cannot stress enough the fact that we will commit to our community in the long run. So our intention is not over hype game to get profit and abandon our community. We do not want that. We don't want make the NFT blockchain is work like that. What we aim for is a long run for our own community and our for own project. We are here to stay through even the up and down chance circle of a market. So you do not have to worry about this. The last thing is that, to be honest, the biggest attraction for investor is profit, and and in order to be profitable, we need to keep the inflation under control, and we already have the deliberate about it, and we have clear plan for the inflation in game. Yeah. So hope
Sure.
that it be informative for you to consider MetaGear.
Right. Great, thank you. And I'm sure we're going to get a little bit deeper into the tokenomics later in our broadcast here. Mr. Finn, next question for you. Who are your backers, and what makes you believe that they are crucial for leading your project to success?
Um, we are very happy to be supported by an advisor. His name is Mr. Peter Westerbacher. So I think he is very famous because he's the creator of Angry Birds. The like everyone know that game, and he also the co-founder of Rovio Entertainment. He supported a lot with the gameplay consultant and something in the in the idea of the game. And we are also supported by Mr. Hoàng Nam Tiến, Mr. Trần Hoàng Giang, and Mr. Trần Đăng Hòa. They are also the senior executive in the subsidiary company of FPT Corporation. And as you know, in Vietnam, as well as in Southeast Asia, FPT Corporation is very the leading technology corporation in the area. So we are also team up with some famous capital venture capital like CoinQ, Starbank, Global Maven Capital or SMO Capital, and some Launchpad. So we are in the final step to close the deal with all the investor as well as the Launchpad and KOL. So just wait for some several weeks, so you can see MetaGear everywhere over the world, over the social media, but with the very broadened community of our partners and our KOLs.
Right. Yeah. Sounds like a dream team that you put together there with some very experienced people. Experience matters there, everybody. I mean, people that have a dream and a vision and energy is certainly important, but also having that experience delivering successful projects are critical. By going through that process, there are things that are learned that you cannot learn anywhere else in putting together these massive projects. Ms. Julia, next question for you. Tell me about how players earn and burn tokens in the game, please.
Yeah, so hello. In the game, so player can only get the token from playing the tournament mode or participating in our special event. And other than that, they can get token through trading on the marketplace or selling or auctioning their NFT to be specific. Yeah, so remember that there are three ways to get a token from NFT. The first one is playing the tournament, the second one is participating in our event, and the last one is the trading on the marketplace, selling and auctioning their NFT. Yeah, so that's how you can get the token.
Sure, great. Thank you very much. All right, everyone. We're going to be moving on to our next section, but before we get to that, we will take a short break, and we'll be back to you after this. Hi everyone, welcome back to Rada Talk number 7, MetaGear, a thrilling high-octane play-to-earn robot battle game. This is a live stream on Rada TV, the official YouTube channel of Rada, the DAO-based angel list for blockchain. With Rada, you can invest in early stage products for only 100 BUSD. Note, this is not financial advice, and we are not responsible for investments that you may decide to do. Rada TV will bring you relevant and interesting talks about blockchain, GameFi, and metaverses. All right, let's continue on into the next section, our business development. Next question is going to be for Mr. Finn. Mr. Finn, could you please elaborate more about your tokenomics? So Ms. Julia talked about the 3 different ways that we can earn tokens in the game. What's the total supply, and what kind of plans do you have regarding the token unlocks in the future?
Okay, so it will be easier if we can show you the our tokenomic, our pie chart in on our website. But if it is impossible here,
Yes,
I just
can
go very
you?
quickly. So for the tokenomic, we are the team, and the team will take 13%, and advisor will take 3%. So all the team and advisor total is 16%, and we will our token will be locked for 1 year. So that way we can assure you everyone that we will go along with the project um, in long term, not like many other current project. And
Hopefully not many others, but yeah. You've got that
yeah,
commitment to
just
the
some.
future. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And for the seed round, we have closed the seed round with 5% in the tokenomic, and are about to close the private sale 10% in the tokenomic. And in the ideal round, everyone like with some condition like can join uh, in our project to buy initial token in uh, with 2% of the whole tokenomic, and the other will be for the liquidity, the marketing, and the game incentive. And yeah, like we are partnering with Rada. We will launch in Launchverse of Rada, so you can join like you can see at the very first of this AMA, you can join with $100 to invest in our project with the very early period of the game, with the very lower price before we go into the market. So that's all about our tokenomic.
Mhm. Sure. Great. All right. Thank you, Mr. Finn. Ms. Julia, what makes your token different to others with the same concept in the space?
Yeah, so may you guys play some game and they have the two tokenomic, sorry, two type token. Yeah, but in MetaGear we only have the one token to to reduce the inflation, to control the inflation of the game. So that in game there will be two types token. The first one is the token inflation. And the next one is the NFT inflation. I mean, two type inflation. So what we will do to control the inflation in MetaGear? So for the token inflation, we to limit this kind of inflation, we will need to reduce the supply and increase the demand for the token. So we will limit the amount of token reward to player, so that player only can get the token by winning the tournament or joining with our special event. So on which player have to spend their decent amount of time. For the other game mode, the reward will be only NFT instead of token. We will constantly attract new user by pushing the marketing and posting a free to play server for non-crypto player to get a glimpse of what MetaGear is and have to offer. So yeah, so that is a token inflation, and that is how we control and make it different.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Julia. Mr. Finn, this question is going to be for you. Can you share the achievements that your team has made so far? What are the major achievement targets MetaGear is yet to achieve? Basically, can you share with us about your roadmap? What have you successfully accomplished, and what still is in the future for you?
Yeah.
Um, for
So
our achievement, um, up to now, in the previous December, we have a like NFT early sale, the first box sale of MetaGear, and we have sold out within only 5 seconds, and that is our very we are very happy for that achievement. And
That's very fast.
and then players with their box, they come to our marketplace and sell for twice or three times the first price. And we also in the December, we also have done the official trailer that you have seen in the very first of the AMA. And in this January, we will have our ideal and the decentralized exchange and centralized exchange listing. And we also have just a few days ago released the staking and farming NFT. And in this quarter, we will have the final beta test version for KOLs. And in March 2022, we will release the official version of the game for website and Android. And also in March, we will have NFT auction and renting function. And in the next quarter will be the community feature with the release of iOS version. And in the third and the fourth quarter, we will have Metaverse and go on multi-chain like Solana or Avalanche. So that's all about our achievement and roadmap.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Thank you
So
there, Mr.
I
Bin.
want
Oh,
to.
Miss Julia, is there something you wanted to share about that topic?
Yeah, I'm responsible for busy digital marketing. I want to share more about the achievement in marketing, and you know that we focus on the not only in the gameplay, but we focus on a community. So we have many events for the community to join and earn profits for and earn the benefits from the MetaGear. So only after 2 weeks after we release our website, appear on some newspaper, we already get 8K member in Telegram and Twitter. So in YouTube, we have more than 40K subscriber. And in Discord, we have collected the player with more than 35K member. So that's really a good number, and to show that the interesting of the player and community to mitigate. So just want to add some note about that.
Sure. Some impressive achievements so far. And Miss Julia, actually, this next question is going to be for you as well. So, what is your marketing strategy to increase the validity of your project brand? Are you planning any strategic partnerships to level up your project? Sorry, Ms. Julia, did you hear me?
Yes, so connection is interrupt last second. So can you repeat your question, please?
Sure can. Yeah. What is your marketing strategy to increase the validity of your project brand? Are you planning a strategic partnership to level up your project at all?
Yeah, sure. We definitely have that plan. So in general, we are focused customer community in global, focus on the Southeast Asia, in American, and then in the future we are correcting with partner to expand our player in European. Okay, so up to now we have the partnership with many KOLs, team community to get more global community, not only in Vietnam but other like Thailand, Philippines, Korea, China, in America, and other Brazil. So we have the community, and we also have the AMA and online event to work and to keep the player enjoy and up to date with MetaGear action, MetaGear. Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much for your answer.
Okay, so that
Right.
is about the
Oh,
marketing. Yeah.
yeah.
Could you hear me well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Made out most of it there. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ms. Julia. All right, so thank you very much. And everyone, this will be the end of my questions for them, but it's now your turn. So you have a great chance for the audience to win 200 BUSD for 10 great questions rewarded by MetaGear. So stay tuned for the Q&A session. And an important note, please provide your email together with your questions so that we can contact you for the rewards for the top 10 best questions. All right, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back after this. All right there, everybody. Welcome back. Now, let's try and come up with some relevant questions for our special guest tonight. We welcome all questions, and we will randomly select questions written in the comments to pass along to the team here with MetaGear. So please write your questions now in the YouTube chat box, and remember, the more unique, relevant, or interesting the question is, the better chance that it will get selected and you have that chance to win the rewards. So MetaGear will choose the top 5 winners with top 10 winners and the top 10 great questions to share 200 BUSD. Don't miss out on your chance, and don't forget to share your email with those questions so that we can contact you later to give you those prizes. All right, so let's have a look at our first questions. The first question: can I make money in the MetaGear game? Can you explain this detail? That jumped on me. Can you explain this part in detail? I'm very interested in this game. So who would like that, Mr. Finn or Ms. Julia?
I think I will answer this question.
Sure.
So about the earning function, you I think first of all you will need the token, the final target. Your final target will be the token. So you can you can earn token by firstly by trading the NFT on our marketplace. So if you have some NFT like the whole gear or the machine parts, you can bring it to the marketplace and sell with your your one the price that you want. And if there is someone who want to buy it, so you will receive the token. And the second way you can earn token is by the special event in the game, when we will hold some special event for player, and in that event you will earn token. And and in uh, and in tournament also. So that is the 3 way to earn token. And with the token, you know what you should do. So you just go to the market, the decentralized exchange or centralized exchange. So you swap or you sell it for a price that you want. So you will receive the money back. And if you want to invest again, you will use your money, your BUSD, to buy the box or the NFT in the game and play and winning blue shot and open other NFT and that will be a like a circle of the game economy.
Great. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Finn. The next question I think is going to be best suited for Ms. Julia, although I hope your connection is strong enough. Currently, there are a lot of metaverse startups coming soon. So I want to know more about MetaGear's competitiveness to attract a large number of crypto users.
Hello. Yeah, thanks for the question. Sorry, because my connection is quite weak now. Okay, about the metaverse, I know that many games have the metaverse inside that game and the goal, and I think and I hope that will be they will be developing for the user to come in. So in the MetaGear, I think what makes us different is that at first stage, we think metaverse is just only a goal in the future. But now I think we have definitely working on it. Okay, at this time we are developing the in-game chatting and also the gift giving to make player interact with each other and can can socialize with each other. So in the future, very soon, we are developing the world map with and also the garage for the gear of the player, so that they can also be the owner of gear and they can land leasing and in that. They can also hire the worker to work for them and yeah, many more functions. Also, sorry. Also, metaverse that player can monetize their assets by have the brand to attack on their tower to promote their brand. So that is one of the way that player can earn the benefit from that.
All right. Thank you very much there, Ms. Julia. I'm going to send this next question to Mr. Finn. Mr. Finn, you talked about this a little bit with the tokenomics too, but I think you can maybe expand on that. Can you tell me the motivation and benefits for investors that they hold your tokens in the long run?
Yeah. um we the projects we have I have said, we have long-term commitment in the future, like 1 year, 2 year, or many years then. So with the development of our projects, the token price will also increase. So if you like buy the token at the very low price, or even you can join in the ideal round, you can you can buy with the you can buy the token with the very low price. You will hold it until months later or until years later. You will the token price will like 10 time or 20 time or even higher. So we also commit that we will operate the game and also the game economy, so we so that we can ensure the rise and the benefits of the investor. So if you can like keep calm and hold our token in the long term, you will receive a lot of benefits.
Fantastic answer. Thank you very much there, Mr. Finn. All right, Ms. Julia, I hope you can take this one, but do let us know if you are still having any internet problems. To develop a project, the main priority is to have enough capital first. Does your team have the financial means to undertake this project?
Yes, So thank you for your question. So actually, if you research more, that we bought from one shop and one part. So one shop is very, famous name in game traditional game industry, and one part is behind one part is the FPT through the member of the corporation. So I think the capital thing, the capital fund for mitigate is not much a problem, but we have raised seed sale and private sale the MetaGear, and we have closed the deal in seed sale. They investor to come and ask and to want to invest in us, and what we but the seed sale or private sale, the investment thing is not only in capital thing, but it's when they will have in partnership, the community, and advice on the ecosystem growth and product growth. So that is much more valuable thing that we're looking for. Yeah. Thank you for the question.
Yes, great. Thank you very much there, Ms. Julia. And Ms. Julia, well, it seems your internet is stronger now. Great, happy to hear that. This next question, I think, is related to some of the points you were just making. So I'm going to
Um,
keep asking
yeah.
you, Ms.
Could you?
Julia. Sure. The question is, can you talk more about your team's experience? Is your team background effective in the success of your project to date? And you've already kind of talked about this before. That's why I thought it would be suitable for you to continue to answer this one.
Yeah, sure. About the developer team, the one shop. So one shop have the more than 10 year experience in developing mobile game. They are not only expert in optimizing free to play game, but also in-app purchase game require much more experience and technical and skill. So they also have multi game on the top list, and that show how they are in this industry. About one part, our blockchain development team, that we have the backer and also the human resource in FPT Corporation, that is a leading company in Vietnam. So we are in the company, we have the expert in blockchain development and also in the marketing material field. We already have the team and a company that focus on the educate training and training and have the team blockchain expert growing. So that they're very rare and so rare in this industry right now at the moment. So adapting that resource.
Great. Thank you very much for your answer there, Ms. Julia. Mr. Finn, next question for you. During the development of your project, do you consider community feedback or requests to further expand on new ideas for your project?
Yes, yes. Uh, mm, to talk about community, we are having many community from Vietnam to global, and even local community for like non-speaking country, non-speaking people. So with the nearly 100,000 members in our global group in Telegram, and also 100,000 followers in our Twitter. So we have many feedback um, from user, and we also have like a team of moderators from over the world. So they help us to answer the question from users, and also gather their feedback about the gameplay, or about the roadmap, like the ideal or some early sale events. And each time we will conclude all the question in a week from our moderators, and mm, we will have a meeting, like a small meeting, to discuss about the feedback. And then if feedback, we can do it in the long term, in the short term. So we will like um, put out some target for us to like improve our problem or improve for a better game, for a better gameplay or a better like other functions. So yeah, about the question about the take the feedback and improve the game from user feedback, we are like from my opinion, we are doing very good.
Great. Thank you very much there, Mr. Finn, for your answer. The next question, do you have a plan to burn tokens to increase token value and attract investors to invest? So who would like that one, Mr. Finn or Ms. Julia? There's always a bit of a lag between our communications too.
Yeah, so I think I will take this
Hello.
question.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Finn.
Okay, so
Okay.
I will answer first, and if there is something to improve, so Miss Julia can add then. Um, First of all, about the token burn, I want to inform you that we will have NFT sales, and the user will buy NFT with their token, and we will burn 100% the token that we receive from the NFT sales. And also the if you are considering about token burn, I think there is like related to token inflation. So I will talk like very briefly about token inflation. So if we want to control the token inflation, we need to decrease the supply and increase the demand. So when player win the match, player cannot receive token, just NFT, and token, like I have said, just received from tournament and special event. So there is not much token, and yeah, token from NFT sales in our marketplace will be burned 100%. And yeah, I think about token burn, that's it. Do you have anything to add, Miss Julia?
Yeah, so I think your question is full, and I think it's good to go. Yeah,
All right.
can mentioning for burning that all of the token that we have the special event burn 100 just to make sure and not inflate.
Great. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Finn and Ms. Julia, for your answer. The next question, and we are running low on time here. Let's go with Mr. Finn. I noticed Ms. Julia had more internet connection problems there. So, Mr. Finn, we'll stay with you. Can you talk about the difficulties and challenges of the project, as well as review the successes achieved so far, and tell us what motivates the team to overcome these difficulties? Whew, that's a long one. Let me give that again. Can you talk about the difficulties and challenges?
I can get it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, about the achievement, like I have said before. So we have the first early sale NFT in within 5 seconds with 300 box, and that is our biggest achievement until now. And about the challenge, I think from the very first, the challenge is about the um, how to um, how to get the like the investment from venture capital. But when we start with one, with two, with three, and then our like partner network are very quickly broadened. So we have come through that challenge very quickly, but from the very first, it is our biggest challenge. And another challenge is about the anti-hacking. So from the very first, it is hard to, but with the help, with the support from our advisor, from senior executive from Arca-chain of FPT Corporation. They are very professional in blockchain. So we have been we have solved it, and until now, for now, I can assure you that the hacking is like 90% 99% prevent and ensure the safety, the financial safety for all of our users. So I think that is our two biggest challenge, and we have come through it for now.
Yeah. So I think I'm quite proud of my team that, yeah, so, even blockchain, I think, is not much new to all of us, but, to make a very strong and long-lasting product, we need to requirement, we resort not only in technical, but also in blockchain thing, that we have invest really much on that thing. And the team in from the traditional thing, like game that convert to NFT thing, we very quick to learn and adopt with the market up and down, and we research a lot to come up with this idea, and we research more to grow the MetaGear, not only just a play, but a first step in our blockchain in the industry.
Right, fantastic. Thank you very much there, Ms. Julia. Okay, everyone, that's all the time we have now for the Q&A session. We will announce the top 10 winners with the top 10 great questions within 2 days, by January 8th, in MetaGear and Rada's social channels. So follow our channels now to get all the updates. We will also contact you via email that you have provided for us. After this, we will take a short break and then come back. All right, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us this evening here in Vietnam, wherever you are around the world, and watching our live streaming of Rada Talk number 7, MetaGear, a thrilling, high-octane, play-to-earn robot battle game. And thank you to Mr. Finn and Ms. Julia for your time. Anything you'd love to share with before we say goodbye to the audience?
Yeah, so let me share my thought. Yeah, I'm so honored to be here with you, Raider team, and Dan today, and I'm so excited to see the many questions from our community and get more insight about MetaGear. And we are always looking for your question and your feedback on our game product to improve it. And so let's stay tuned at our community and Raider community to be active, and don't miss our many interesting online event upcoming before the IDO. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to add some. In this 8 January, we will have our second NFT sale, and there is something speciality in this sale. So if you have pre-order our box, you will have a chance to get into the whitelist. So it's a bit have closed the pre-order time. So just if you have missed the chance to get into the pre-order, you will also be able to take part in the this NFT sale. You can you will still can um, receive can buy the box and use the box to get the chance to take a whitelist a whitelist slot to participate in the IDO. So that's all about I all of my thought that I want to transmit to our user and also the audience who watching our AMA. So very thank you for your time that have been listening to us and interesting in our project.
Right. Well, thank you both very much. It's been an absolute pleasure to chat with you this evening about your project, MetaGear. And of course, we wish you all the best and future successes. Everyone, Rada TV will bring you relevant and interesting talks about blockchain, GameFi, and metaverses. Want to get our latest videos? Then please subscribe and click on that bell icon to receive notifications. And don't forget to participate and support our partner, MetaGear. Goodbye, and looking forward to seeing you all in the next projects that come through our Rada Talk series. Good night.